Hello, beautiful people. It's Cinderella. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're back again with another video. This is from the channel Chronicle Speaks, and this is about Shannon Sharpe. The title reads Shannon Sharpe's media future is uncertain following assault lawsuit. We're going to check this together. For those of you or those of us who don't know about Shannon Sharpe, is being sued for SA and $50 million, which we're going to check together to hear what they've got to say here. Let's check it out.
Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes, look at you.
So I've been gone out the country for a week, but now I'm back with the jump off. Today we're going to break down everything you need to know about the recent allegations and lawsuits involving NFL Hall of Famer and TV personality Mr. Shannon Sharpe. Sharpe is currently facing a $50 million civil lawsuit claiming S abuse and S battery. Now, the woman who is using the alias Jane Doe filed a lawsuit on April 20th in Clark County, Nevada, alleging that Sharpe engaged in the intentional infliction of emotional distress and that he assaulted her twice, once in October 2024 and again in January 2025. Now, the woman, who was 19 at the time of their alleged relationship, claims that Sharpe became violent over the course of the relationship, threatening to unalive her during one incident and recorded their S encounters without her consent. Jane Doe, also known as Gabby, is not the only woman who has accused Shannon Sharpe of these types of allegations. In 2010, Michelle Evans filed suit against the NFL Hall of Famer, accusing him of defamation. She also stated that he forced her to have non-consensual sex with him, stating that he was going to make it to where no other man would want her. Now, although both of these women have filed similar lawsuits over a decade apart, there's something about Jane Doe's lawsuit that's different. This Jane Doe lawsuit was filed by the infamous attorney Tony Busby. Shannon Sharpe and his attorneys feel like this is none other than a shakedown because he had a huge contract on the table. They plan on letting the evidence speak for itself and letting Shannon Sharpe have his day in court. We're going to break down this story and so much more, but before we do, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any news regarding this story and so much more. Now let's get back into it. Now, throughout early 2024, Shannon Sharpe has been dominating headlines mainly for his successful move from Undisputed to First Take alongside Stephen A. Smith. However, behind the scenes, tensions with former acquaintances were brewing, something most fans didn't know at the time. Now, in mid-April 2024, news broke that two women identified publicly as Brittany Renner and another woman referred to as Jane Doe had filed lawsuits against Shannon Sharpe. The claims included allegations of harassment, emotional distress, and defamation. Now, Brittany Renner alleges that Shannon Sharpe used his platform to spread false information about her, damaging her reputation and causing her personal harm.
So, because my dating pool is, my
expansive.
God, impressive, expansive. I've had sex with 35 guys. Okay.
Whew. Oh Lord.
Impressive isn't the word.
Now, both lawsuits were officially filed in Los Angeles County Court, and Sharpe's legal team immediately responded, calling the allegations baseless and saying the lawsuits were an attempt to capitalize on his public success. Sharpe addressed the situation on an episode of Club Shay Shay, stating, "At some point, success paints a target on your back. You just have to keep on moving with your head held high." Now,
First of all, sir, is it no time for this man to take a step back and realize and understand, like, okay, what is going on? What are you doing? Why is mess following you around everywhere? Even though sometimes it is all alleged or all just accusations. Or just take a step back and say, well, do you really like drama like this? Because it's not making sense. There are some people or sometimes that you can just avoid some certain drama and just carry yourself and go and stay one place and say, oh, you want to respect yourself, obviously, for some things. But it doesn't look like some people know that you can avoid the drama by not staying around or staying in places where the drama is always staying, if you know what I mean. But let's continue.
Shannon Sharpe probably did not see on his bingo card for the year 2025 is that he would be hit with a sexual assault lawsuit from a woman that he previously dated. In the lawsuit filed April 20th, 2025, there are some very serious allegations of S assault, manipulation, and emotional abuse. According to the complaint, the woman, who was 19 at the time, first met Sharpe at a gym in Los Angeles in 2023. She describes him as being over 30 years older, physically intimidating, and persistently pursuing her despite her initial discomfort. The lawsuit claims that Sharpe pressured her into a relationship and insisted she sign a non-disclosure agreement, which she refused refused. Eventually, she entered what she describes as a controlling and emotionally abusive relationship that lasted nearly 2 years. She accuses Sharpe of using his fame and influence to manipulate and control her, becoming increasingly aggressive, jealous, and possessive, recording and allegedly sharing intimate videos without her consent, and most seriously, as assaulting her on multiple occasions, even after she told him no. Now, the lawsuit states that these assaults took place in Las Vegas in late 2024 and again in early 2025. The plaintiff has since left the area for her safety and is now suing Sharpe for over $50 million in damages, claiming long-term emotional, psychological, and reputational harm. Now, in order to protect his reputation, Shannon allegedly offered this woman a total of $10 million to settle, and she said, no, I don't want it. I need more.
This is a $10 million settlement offer. Wasn't it? In fact, is that correct, or was it a $20 million settlement offer?
Well, all I've been able to do as a lawyer is to confirm that in a conference that was supposed to be kept confidential because a professional mediator who's a retired judge engaged in the mediation, that those numbers were exchanged. And all I can say under the rules is that it was at least that number that he considered and might have paid in order to protect his privacy, his family, and his economic interests going forward.
Now, rapper Lord Jamar sat down with the Art of Dialogue, and he said he knows a friend that actually saw the tape, and it doesn't show Shannon in a good light, and it may be the reason why he offered the $10 million.
But there's a tape that's out there. Now, I haven't seen this tape, but someone that I know says they have seen this tape. They said, and in this tape, apparently he is choking this girl and railing her from the back. You know what I mean? And I don't think it was from the back in the kitty cat. And he was choking her or some shit in the video. Now, from what I hear, he's saying that there's a longer piece to the video, and I guess maybe it shows that she's with that shit. I don't know, but my man who said he saw it says it didn't look good. It don't make him look good.
So it seems like everyone has seen the video except for Shannon Sharpe. Tony Busby tells TMZ Sports that he and his client, who filed a lawsuit against Sharpe earlier this month for assault using the pseudonym Jane Doe, have zero plans right now to put the footage out to the media. The only reason you know about the existence of a video recording is that Mr. Sharpe specifically referenced it in his bullshit statement, Busby said. The contents of the video was shared during the mediation process with Sharpe's attorneys. Again, Sharpe and his team disclosed that, not us. Sharpe himself was offered on more than one occasion to view it himself. He declined. We've never made any claims or threats about it and won't do so. Sharpe's attorney...
Please, let me just pause there. For what is what, or whatever you people have to do or want to do in the future, or want to do following this case, please and please and please don't release that video. Please don't release the video to the public. Oh, I am begging you, don't release it. We are not interested. We don't want to know. Please, let it just stay private. I just want to pause it here and say, even if the video was supposed to be true, that it was recorded by somebody or whatever, please, for the love of God, don't release the video. Our emotional and mental health is at stake here. You people are forcing us to know this kind of things that we are not even interested in knowing. Please, leave us alone. Leave us alone. Don't release the video. Please,
Davis released text messages showing that this relationship may have been kinky, but it was indeed consensual. According to the text messages, Jane Doe, also known as Gabriella Zuniga, said, "I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me." This was a text message from her to Shannon Sharpe on October 7th, 2023. The next one says, "I know you miss this big juicy ass, $25,000 for each cheek." This is from January 1st, 2025. He goes on to say this lawsuit, filed by Gabriella Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortion, and misrepresentation, and it will not succeed. In her effort to extract a large financial settlement, Ms. Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual sexual encounter. We believe this video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual. Ms. Zuniga has refused to provide a copy of the full, unedited version of the recording to Mr. Sharpe's legal team. To set the record straight, we are releasing several of Ms. Zuniga's own explicit text messages to Mr. Sharpe that clearly indicate the nature of their relationship was consensual and sexual in nature, and in many cases, initiated by her with specific and graphic requests, contrary to the allegations she makes in her lawsuit. Consensual sex continued until January 2nd, 2025, the day after she asked for $25,000 per cheek. As quoted above from her text messages to Mr. Sharpe, there are other examples of text messages from Ms. Zuniga. For example, "Only if you put that baby gravy in me, then you can do whatever you want to me." This is a text message from Gabriella to Shannon Sharpe on November 23rd, 2023. Next text, "I want to put my tongue in your and then marry you." Text from Gabriella to Shannon Sharpe, January 12th, 2023. 2024. That's my daddy, F. I want you to put a big black baby in me. Text from Gabriella to Shannon Sharpe on August 6, 2024. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. Text from Gabriella to Shannon August 11, 2024. These messages are just a sampling of a broader pattern of graphic sexual communication initiated by Ms. Zuninga. The evidence paints a clear picture. This was a consensual adult relationship that included role-playing, sexual language, and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Ms. Zuninga. The edited tape that Ms. Zuninga secretly taped and showed to Mr. Sharpe during her blackmail attempt tries to falsely portray, as a result of this editing and out of context from prior text messages, that the sexual activity was not consensual. Mr. Sharpe now believes her secret taping was all part of her planned setup as part of her blackmail scheme, as distorted by her edited tape, a copy of which she refused to make available to Mr. Sharpe or his counsel. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of RAPE, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. He stands firmly by the truth and is prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court. He looks forward to vindication through due process and a judgment based on the facts and the law. Then more text messages come out. This is from June 14, 2024, from Gabby to allegedly Shannon, saying, I want to be abused, daddy. The next one is from January 31st, 2024, saying, I want like some hardcore BDSM action though. Then there was a text from January 2nd, 2025. She says, but I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and not put it in my rear end, and you didn't listen. I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon. Then she says, I don't know how to process this. Then Shannon ends up texting her saying, can I call you? But it's showing up green, so it seems like someone may have been blocked.
Oh, my ear! What I just heard. I'm trying to delete what I just heard from my memory, because what the hell is that? Freaky, freaky. But the problem with relationship like this is the fact that one party or some parties do not know when it is gotten out of hand. But obviously, we see that it's a transactional, consensual, role play, race play relationship that is going on here. And it's not good. No matter how you want to look at it, it is not good on both parties, both ends, it is not good. But again, there is somebody that is supposed to be the older one here that is supposed to know better. But it seems like somebody initiated this. Somebody obviously initiated it. We also want to see, because it seems like they're only releasing one text message, one side of the text message, and then one response. What was your response when she asked for 20K per chick? Allegedly, yeah. And what was the response when she said when the alleged person responded or is writing allegedly that they want a big black baby in them, and they want to suck the behind or lick the behind or whatever nonsense they want to do there? What was the response, sir? That is what we want to see. We don't want to see the last one, because obviously you cannot tell me the message from 2023 was left unread till 2025, and then the person kept sending and you did not respond, or you did not block, or you did not cut it off. You only responded, yeah, this one. No, sir. The messages, if we're talking about whatever you want to talk about, you want to see, or you want to show us that, okay, yes, this was this is how nasty the both of you are, then let us also see your own, what you sent to her. I mean, don't we, the public, deserve it? We deserve it too, right? So we'll see it. But obviously, it is not looking good for both parties, and obviously it's also not looking good for the older one. You know what I mean?
Family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself, because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly, on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about, and I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
And then Tony Busby releases this audio of the alleged Jane Doe, Miss Gabriella Zuninga, and Shannon Sharpe.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just going to get mad at, and you're just going to hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
I don't know that mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in that.
You're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy choke small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
Okay, well,
Shannon then takes to his social media and he says, my statement is found here and this is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual. At this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues. Sincerely, Shannon Sharpe. Now, before all of this went public, Front Office Sports reported that Sharpe was about to sign a massive $100 million podcast deal. Now, this deal would cover his whole media brand, Shay Shay Media, which includes his hit shows like Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, Club 520, The Bubba Dub Show, and Humble Baddies. But ever since these legal issues came up, the status of that deal is totally unclear. No one knows if it's still happening or if it's been paused behind the scenes. Despite everything, Sharpe hasn't stepped away from the spotlight. He's still showing up on his podcast and TV segments like nothing changed. In fact, ever since he left Undisputed, his career has actually grown. The interview he did with Cat Williams on Club Shay Shay blew up. It's currently sitting at 89 million views and he has almost 4 million subscribers. So Shannon Sharpe has the ability to still make money. Not being on ESPN right now is not going to hurt him as much as it would probably hurt one of us. However, Tony Busby seems to be going for his jugular, and the fact that Shannon Sharpe did offer $10 million, there's something out there in that video that's pretty damn damning. What I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about everything going on in the world of Shannon Sharpe? Leave a comment and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Obviously, yeah, his YouTube channel or whatever is still gonna make money. That is not gonna be taken away, but his reputation, this is still a messy, no matter how you want to look at it. And please, for the love of God, please, you people should not release that video or whatever video they are claiming they have. It shouldn't be released because we are not even done with this. The race play, role play, transactional, consensual, 25K per cheek, we are not done with it. On the audio, the videos, whatever, the audio, the text message, we are not done with it. Please don't release that video. I beg you people in the name of God. But obviously, it is messy on both sides. No sane person will be doing this, or no normal person will be. Anyways, there are some people that still are doing this, and people are blaming Didi for being freaky when there are some people that are freaky out there. It's just a messy one, obviously, and let's just see how this is gonna play. But for me, I just think that is giving race play, role play, transactional, consensual, sexual relationship, and maybe something just went out of proportion, out of the whole play, and maybe it's also giving revenge. Who knows? Remember Mitchell? Yes. Who knows? But anyways, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.